Mazzaroth 2025, Dedication of the Temple, Day 6. Welcome back, family. We had some technical difficulties. Stellarium was down on the web version, and we could not do any searching. I couldn't pull up anything. It was down for over a day, and I wanted to bring this video out yesterday, and I had planned to release 2 videos in one day, and I spent the entire day trying to figure out what was going on and repairing the issues. But we have everything back up and operating. It must have been a technical glitch with Stellarium, and everything seems to be operating perfectly. So we are going to dig back in and break down all of these signs that we are seeing for today. And there are some very, very powerful things happening in the Mazzaroth, and we want to decode the heavens, and it'll let us know where we are in our timeline, because we're getting very, very close, and all of these signs are letting us know how close we are. So let's go ahead and dig in. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to go to Stellarium, and I want you to take a very good look at the image here on Stellarium. This is at the very beginning, right before the start of Hanukkah, and we see a really important alignment here. This is like a rainbow in the heavens, and you see asteroid Vaticana, asteroid Eunomia, the moon, and Jupiter aligned with Aldebaran, and it all looks like it's a rainbow in the heavens. And this is happening. One of the signs that I had missed, I saw the Eunomia when I was looking at these signs. I saw Eunomia, the moon, and Jupiter and Aldebaran line up, and but I missed this asteroid. Thank you for whoever one of my subs put this asteroid in. I want to thank you. You know who you are. I get all kinds of subs giving me messages about different asteroids, and it's really wonderful to be able to go on these hunts. And I found a whole bunch of stuff associated with this one. So we're going to break this down really quick, because I want you to see these signs. This is essentially the beginning of the signs with this asteroid. We're going to go ahead and run it back, because I want you to pay attention to asteroid Vaticana and Eunomia. I just want you to see the pattern here of these two asteroids. We're going to go back to the point where Vaticana lines up with the LNAV star line, and let's just take a look at this. So here we go. I just want you to take a look at this path. We're going to start here, and we're going to move forward, and I just want you to pay attention to this path. And let's see this again. We remember when we were looking at this in December, and I didn't have Vaticana on the radar yet, but I was looking at this with the moon aligning with the hand of Auriga with Eunomia inside, and we broke down that sign. But I want you to pay attention to the path of Eunomia and then the path of Vaticana, because they're basically taking the same exact path through Auriga. Now look at the spot that is marked by Eunomia, and then look at the path that Vaticana takes. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be looking at alignment. What I do is I only look at the alignments. These are the only times that there are important signs. Just because an asteroid is in a location doesn't mean that it's necessarily a sign. What we're looking for is the alignment of these stars. So let's pull back and you can see how we're looking at the alignment between Elnath and Hasela, and these two stars create a line, and we're looking for this alignment between these stars, and this helps us to get a better determination. Now this keeps going back and forth. It seems that Stellarium has some issues on the web version. Sometimes it shows 103, and sometimes it shows 114. So we're looking at an alignment between 1 and 1:15 a.m. This morning. We had Asteroid Vaticana line up with Auriga, and I'm going to pull back. This is a really important to look at. Now we have Vaticana, Eunomia, Jupiter lining up with the head of the bull, and inside of the head of the bull we have the Hyades. And the Hyade star system, if you, let's go ahead and pull back here, and we can take a look here. This alignment, you can't see Eunomia right now, but it's in line with this area in the head of Taurus, and that is basically the line between the Hyades and the Pleiades, and that is called the Golden Gate of the Ecliptic. And this is a very, very important sign. It is pointing out the dividing line between the Pleiades and the Hyades. The Pleiades is considered the entire house of Israel, the 7 stars in the right hand, and the Hyades is considered the 5 wise virgins, or the called out virgins. And so we have a dividing line here. When we see the signs going through Pleiades, then it is assigned to the entire church, and when it is closer to the Hyades, it is typically a message to the called out ones. We have a very important sign coming up very soon of Jupiter being in control of the horns, and that is going to be a very, very important video coming up. And what we're looking at here is an alignment with these asteroids with Jupiter and the head of Taurus. And to me, this was a very, very important alignment today. If you know about Auriga, Auriga is the guardian of the Silver Gate, and his hand and the foot of Gemini and the club of Orion are the entrance to the Silver Gate, and Auriga is one of the guardians of the gate. The two guardians of the gate are Orion and Auriga, and they stand on both sides of the gate. And you can see that the ecliptic comes directly through the horns of Taurus and enters directly at the foot of Gemini. And this is the Silver Gate. As soon as it passes the Elnath or Zeta Tauri stars, then they consider that being inside of the gate. And you can see if we pull out, you can see the Milky Way coming through this section is right here at these horn stars, and then also here at the foot of Gemini. And so we can see that this alignment with the guardian of the gate is very, very important. There are a couple things that I wanted to point out. Number one, this is 416 Vaticana. So we're going to go look at the Strongs really quick, and we found some very, very interesting things that I want to point out. Normally, for time's sake, I haven't been doing these lately, but these ones are really strong, and I want to make sure that it gets in with the video. We're looking at H416, that's Hebrew Strong's 416, and we're looking at the word El Bethel or Al Bethal, and we are looking at the house of God, the place where God revealed himself to Jacob, El Bethel or Bethal, the God of Bethel or El Bethel, the title given to a consecrated spot by Jacob. So, very, very strong. I'm going to go ahead and connect this to the video description, and you will be able to dive deeper if you want. Now we're looking at G416, which is the Greek, and it is Enemidzo, and that is to agitate or drive by the wind, to be driven by the wind. And you can see here that to be tossed with the wind. And if you go into the associated scriptures, actually I think there's only one scripture that is associated with this word, and it is about the tossing of the wind and being driven by the wind. And we can look at the wind also as the spirit. And so we're looking at the house of God being driven by the spirit. And we're looking at asteroid Vaticana and Eunomia. So I wanted to go look at the associated codes. And let's go ahead and take a look at Eunomia. And here we are. This is the asteroid codes for asteroid Eunomia. Time rapture, the bride of Christ. It's time to come home. The Great Awakening, daughter of Zion, equinox, the Bible and the stars, stellar gateway, chosen messenger, true messenger. I'm God's warrior, the Virgin Mary, Son of Man revealed, days of judgment. Encke is Saturn, NATO Death Squad, the Antichrist mark, crash the internet, nuke Damascus. And now we're going to go to Vaticana. And here we are on the codes for asteroid Vaticana. Year of the Dragon, last Christmas, last president, great solar flash, new beginnings, see, end times Yahushua, forehead has been sealed, thy kingdom come, the destroyer, markets plunge, the swamp, the judgment, slaves of Satan, shelves are cleared, skullduggery, Invictus Games, Nazi propaganda in USA, Kingdom of Heaven, Orion. Okay, fam, you can't make these things up because they directly align with what we're talking about and what we're seeing in the heavens. This is happening this morning. We have an alignment with the guardian of the gate, and this is the shepherd Ariga, and again he has the reins in his hand, and he is the controller of the silver gate. And so we're looking at a very special alignment here. Now we're going to go to sign number 2, and that is Amphitrite, and we're going to be looking at the alignment of Amphitrite, and this is literally happening almost exactly at the same time, fam. And we're going to be looking at this alignment here, and here we are with asteroid Amphitrite aligned with the sickle of Leo. Now this is considered the Lion's Gate portal, and this Leo sickle is a very, very, very important location in the heavens. For those of you who have not visited my community posts, I just did a very important post, and you can go there and you can get all the information for what I was pointing out about the constellation of Leo and the Leo sickle, and how important Regulus is, and all the signs that were associated with the Magi. This is a very, very, very important alignment, and it literally is happening minutes after the last sign that we were showing. And so I wanted to dig into these codes because uh, Amphitrite has always if, been a very important sign for years and years and years. I've been following this. This is Amphitrite aligned with the Leo sickle. Amphitrite itself equals Mary Magdalene, High Priest, the Essenes, Redemption, Tribe of Judah, Face of the Lion, Gabriel the Archangel, the Black Swan, Milky Way, a Reset Plan, the Red Dragon, Star Wars, Planet Mars, Zodiac's a Clue, Hebrew Calendar, and Star of David. So here we see a alignment, and I have always seen Amphitrite as Mary Magdalene. It seems as though she's always involved in these signs, and this has she's been here hanging around in what I was calling the heart of Leo, and she just has been hanging out, and now she's transitioned to the what they call the sickle or the scythe, and that is a harvest tool. The sickle and the scythe are both ancient harvest tools for cutting down the grain, or what you would see in the next sign in Virgo, the grain sheaf in her hand. And so we're looking at a possible sign of the harvest, and also I consider Mary Magdalene the coming bride, and she is a symbol of the bride of Christ, the one that was there uh, in all cases. She was the only one really there when Christ was on the cross. All the other disciples had scattered. It was just the mother of Christ and Mary, and I believe there was a couple other women that were there. And so we see this as a very, very important sign. She's very close to the heart of Christ, the line of the tribe of Judah, and now we're seeing that she's showing us a harvest sign. So our next sign that we're going to is a very, very important sign, and this just keeps getting deeper. It's like it's become incredibly crazy how many of these signs that we're getting that just are pointing to exactly what we're looking for in the heavens. And now we're looking at G or G3 Atlas. This is C2024, and we are looking at the alignment with Comet Atlas, with the southern fish Piscis Austrinus. And this, to me, when I saw this alignment, it blew me away, because it's as if Atlas is grabbing the tail of the fish. And if you've been watching my posts in the community, I've been talking about we're going on a fishing trip, and this is our time to be fishing and to be calling those who aren't in the net to jump in the net or jump in the boat. It's time, and we don't have much time left. And this sign of Comet Atlas being at the tail star of the southern fish. Again, I posted this in my community. I did a deeper dive, so you can go in there and you can look at how important this is, because we're looking at Aquarius pouring out his water, and in the older depictions, the water is flowing directly into Piscis Australis, and we can see how this is a picture of the larger body of Messiah. This is the called out bride and the houses of Israel all together, and this is a sign of the master coming and grabbing the fish by the tail. And so what I wanted to do again is look at these codes for Comet Atlas and see if there's some alignment. So here we are. This is Comet C2024 G3 Atlas aligned with the southern fish tail. And here we go. Armageddon comes. The end is coming. God's chosen. Book of Enoch. Cyber attack. Cleansing of America. Bill Gates' snake. Killed snake in the garden. Behold the beast. The red beast. Mario Bergoglio. I am the angel of death. Neuralink. Total Recall. Los Angeles. Child sacrifice. Bomb, cyclone, and wormhole. And you can't make any of these things up. We're looking at a very, very important sign of Comet Atlas holding on to the tail of the southern fish. And this is a call to the entire house of Messiah. It is the wake-up call. We are getting the final signs of the fishing journey, and it's time for the fish to get into the boat. So now we're going to transition to another very important sign, and again, this is all associated. We are now going to see how associated all these signs are. We are looking at Comet Encke and Comet Psyche, and both of them are in the water stream of Aquarius. And again, this water stream in the older depictions, I put a picture of it in my community post, and you can see how this water stream goes right into Piscis Australis, and this waterman Aquarius is pouring out the spirit on these asteroids, and it's flowing into this southern fish. And to me, these were associated signs. Now we see that we're looking at Asteroid Encke, and we can see that it's making its alignment just after 6 a.m. And so we are looking at uh, this just happening. So here we are at 6:11 a.m. We're looking at asteroid Encke and asteroid Psyche in the water stream. And if we look at the constellation, Venus and Neptune are outside of the constellation, and the ruling planet is Saturn. And whenever you have a ruling planet inside of a house, then the message can be pointed at the Saturn. And if we go back here, we can see, actually I think it is, I think we're going to have to, I have it in here. Let's go ahead and look at Encke really quick. This is the codes for asteroid Encke. Let's keep hunting because I know it's in here. I just don't have it. I don't remember exactly which. I get so many of these mixed up because some of them have crossing codes, and we're going to point that out also. So here we are with asteroid Encke. This is in the Aquarius water stream, and the codes are rapture date, the return, seal is broken, open all seals, root of David, the book of life, judgment day, Pandora's box, giant red wave, Anunnaki god, Aquarian, Amphitrite, Gabriel the Archangel, Hollywood, 99. And if you don't know what that is, 99 equals rapture. Holy Ghost, Orion's belt, 888, and birds come home. Okay, so now let's go and move on. We can see how these are associated signs between the southern fish and Aquarius. We've got some very, very strong language of the bride, and that is associated with the Pisces fish and also the southern fish. This is all of the houses of Israel, including the called out bride. We have 3 different houses of fish here, family. And so this is going to come into play in my upcoming video of the Escape of the Bride number 10. And I'm going to point all of these things out, and we're going to connect all the dots because it is absolutely stunning, the things that are happening in the heavens. You just can't make any of these things up. Everything is aligning, and it's showing us that we are looking at a escape of the bride, but it's pointing to us as the fish. And now we're going to go and look at sign number 5, and that is going to be our final sign for the day. And here we go, fam. This is going to get really, really incredible. We, on the same day, we're looking at a very, very important sign here. Let's go ahead and get this up on meridian. Okay, so here we are on meridian, and I want you to notice something that's very important with this alignment. This is our timestamp. It's 8:13, or you can say 8:14. This is the alignment of the moon and the star New Scorpii. This is the Blue Horsehead Nebula. And this star area that's located in the claw of Scorpio is what they consider the portal or entrance to the Hoopa, and this is the area that is considered the entrance into the Golden Gate. And like we talked about, on the opposite side of Mazzaroth, you have that Elnath star that's the entrance to the Silver Gate. Here we have the New Scorpii. Let's go ahead and get in close, and we can see here this is New Scorpii, and this is the Java star. And we can see here that this being on the meridian is pointing out this section of the nebula that surrounds New Scorpii, this Java star, and it is aligned directly with the moon today at 8:13 a.m. And as I'm making this video, family, you won't believe it, it is 8:14 a.m. right now. And I did not know what my time was, and I'm just looked down and noticed the time, and I'm sort of in shock. So everything is aligning. We are at the gate, and we are going to be coming back tomorrow if we're still here, and we are going to be showing you some of the most incredible signs. It just keeps getting deeper, and you can't make any of these things up. This is the heavens declaring our coming bridegroom. Thanks for coming, family. Keep looking up.